Hey guys, I am here today in Boardman on Bev Road at Borton Automotive Detailing. And right now they are detailing some cars behind me, but Charles Borton, who is the owner, actually is taking out a couple minutes to talk to us. I'm going to introduce you and kind of, if you guys get your cars detailed, if you guys, he's going to go over some of the things that he offers. So, this work that they do here is totally top notch. All right, let me go ahead and introduce you to Charles. Hey Charles, say hello to Youngstown Click.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so you own this here, Charles or Borton Automotive Detailing. How long have you been in business?
When COVID started,
Oh, really?
I was actually working at the detail doctor for a very long time.
Over there on Boardman Boulevard.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was working there for many years, and I'm not the type to sit around.
Yeah.
And I've had clientele. I've been doing this for about 20 years, and I was like, well, I might as well hit up a few people and just see what I can do. And I felt like this was the time God kind of pushed me into the
Isn't
right
that
path.
something? Yeah. Even in the midst of everything, the shutdowns and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the worst time, it made a real made really something out of me. It pulled something out of me.
Okay, so how you said you've been doing detailing for 20 years then?
Correct.
So how did you get into it?
My father, he had a business himself. He had Borton Pest Control.
Okay.
And he had that business for a long time, and he always kept his vehicles clean. Just his work vehicles, the Cadillac, and I just kind of picked up on that. I helped him all the time. Anytime he was cleaning his cars, I'd help him. He'd pay me, and then I just wanted to do it.
Right.
I started real young on the south side at what used to be the Finish Line on Southern Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
so you're a Youngstown boy. Youngstown born and bred?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I started there, and I went through a few different jobs at that time. I was young. I was still in high school.
Okay.
So I was learning and not going to school when I was supposed to. Just all my teenage life.
Right.
And it all ended up. Some things were happening, and I got in a little bit of trouble. I had to make some choices. I had my first daughter on the way.
Okay.
And I ended up joining the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you for your service. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, Semper Fi, right? That's the.
Right.
Okay, so you joined the Marine Corps, and you were about how old?
19.
19. Okay, and you were in for 4 years.
I did a year. About a year and a half, because I got a medical discharge.
Oh, got it.
Right.
Got it. Okay. All right. So then you came back to the area, and I know that you know a couple good friends of mine from Teen Challenge. So tell me a little bit about that journey, that period of your life.
Well,
because here you are, you own a business, you're doing well, like your top-notch work, but it hasn't always been an easy road, right? So tell us a little bit about that real quick.
No, I've walked through hell a couple times to get here. As soon as I came home from the Marine Corps, actually, I didn't know that was my plan. I wanted to do my 20 years, and that was the plan. That was it.
Okay.
And so when I came home, I was depressed. I was beat myself up about it, and I came home and I started drinking a little bit more, and then met a buddy at the bars, and I ended up selling cocaine before you know it, and I never knew nothing about the stuff. I never even messed with drugs like that. I never got into all that. I smoked some marijuana in high school, but so I started selling cocaine.
Wow.
And the ball started rolling. Money was good. Then I started using it. Started selling pills. Started using them.
Wow.
It just kind of snowballed. I ended up started catching felonies. And by the time, Yeah, all this drug use going on. My older brother went away to prison,
Okay.
and for about 4 years. And when he came home, he got diagnosed immediately with testicular cancer.
Oh my goodness.
So it was made things worse for me.
Okay.
It took me deeper in my
Got it.
the drugs, the street life, whatever, and it took me down a bad spot. And so I eventually I just kept doing what I was doing, and I ended up rehabs, jail. I've been locked up numerous times. I've been stabbed in the head. I've been.
Oh my.
I've been.
Goodness gracious.
Gone through some stuff, just dealing with that type of lifestyle. But I mean, I ended up. My brother ended up passing away about 6 months
After he was diagnosed.
Yeah, and so that was so quick. Like I said, everything got worse. Caught more felonies. I'm still doing dumb stuff, and at this time, I also have another child, another girl in my life, another child. But I had nothing to do with. I wasn't a father at all. So I after my brother, about 2 years later, I ended up coming home. I finally was getting off felony probation. I was actually happy to tell my dad about it, and I ended up coming to the house and finding my father dead.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding?
And and that threw me over the edge. And at that point in my life, I've messed with every drug you could think of, just about.
Okay.
But that day, I started shooting heroin.
Oh my goodness, man, that is crazy. And that's when that heroin.
Yeah.
So many people think it's just going to stop with one drug, whatever they started, whatever their favorite is. I actually had somebody say to me in the midst of their addiction, I'm not doing heroin, I'm just doing cocaine, and that's not my problem.
Right.
So, and we laugh about it now because she's had to go through her journey, and now she's clean. But how that's the thought at that point. Yeah. And so now at this point, you were doing heroin now. So pills, cocaine, man.
Anything that I could. I've always had a little man syndrome.
Okay.
Being 5'3", so I always felt like I had to do the most drugs. So if it was anything injectable, if it was heroin, coke, if I could mix the pills, I'd mix it. I'd mix it and shoot it. Just to prove a point to nobody. You know what I mean? And at the end through everything, by the end of it, I ended up with about eight felonies, 12 overdoses, 3 on a respirator.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, I mean, I just got to a point. My little brother, he's also he's a Army veteran.
Okay.
And he was just on the verge of graduating college, and he ended up following in my lead. He ended up getting involved, selling and everything. And, well, he ended up getting caught and went to prison for a year.
Wow.
And came home, finished his school stuff though, and he's doing great.
That's good.
He works at New Day. He's
really the rehab center. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's very positioned well there. He's just got another promotion. He's doing so good.
Wow.
So me and him are each other's motivation. You know,
yeah.
Our brother and dad have already passed. So that.
And did you grow up with a mom in the house? How?
Well, yeah.
How was she? Was it like hard for her to see her boys going down this direction? I know. I'm trying to picture that 3 boys. She had 3 boys. Any sisters?
Well, The older brother was my brother-in-law.
Okay, got it. Your stepbrother. Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah. And my sisters, same thing, stepsisters.
Okay, got it,
Yeah,
got it.
so
Okay.
my little brother's my blood.
Got it.
Right,
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
about I was living with my mom till about the age of 11 or 12,
Okay.
and she has alcohol issues.
Okay. So it was
and-
kind of like you saw it growing up.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So for you, tell us about what your bottom was. Like, why did you decide to turn your life around?
Well, I've been about 10 different rehabs. None
my
of them
goodness.
worked. They
Yeah.
were all secular rehabs. CCA a couple times, Travco, you know, all
Yeah,
the
everything.
ones there's a bunch of them around. So I got to a point. My little brother went to prison, and I was literally at the lowest point in my life. Nobody wanted nothing to do with me. I was
man.
cut off from everybody, and I was living in his house on the south side,
Okay.
abandoned because he left.
Oh,
and
man.
I was so strung out. It just got to a point where I had an experience with God or Jesus when I was a teenager,
Okay.
coming up in church with my dad,
Wow.
and something clicked at that moment, and it took me to I just got down on my knees and I cried. I don't know how long I cried for, and just asked God to do something.
And you were a teenager at that point, or
No,
now is this okay?
this
So
is-
you were familiar with God because of being a teenager and
Right,
going to church, but
right.
at this moment in your life, in an
Right.
abandoned house,
Right.
on the south side.
Correct.
Come on, wow.
And I begged, and just I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how long that went on for, and before you know it, I asked God. I said, make this shot the last one, or do something with me.
Wow.
And here I am, 6 years later. Dave Cahoot, my mentor, he's
Good guy.
when my dad and him knew each other through Trinity Church,
okay.
and
Wow.
one of the things my dad always told him was to look after his boys if something ever happened.
Are you
And-
serious?
And Cahoot didn't know what he was getting himself into compared to his kids with me and my brothers.
Oh, that is so funny.
And so it
And you
was-
know what's so funny is by his own testimony, he was the troublemaker of his family. That is
Right,
so funny.
right.
Okay.
Right. So, so Cahoot, he's always been in our lives. He did the funeral for my brother and my dad. And,
okay.
So, I'd say I ended up getting a hold of him, and I said I need some help. I need somewhere I gotta make something happen.
Yeah.
And I never heard of Teen Challenge, and I'm from Youngstown, and I never knew about
Right,
it.
right. It's kind of stuck over there. Like
Yeah,
it kind
no
of,
clue.
yeah.
And first I'm thinking Teen Challenge. I'm like, well, this is gonna be a bunch of kids.
Right.
Well, I get the info. He sends me info on it, and I'm like, a year-long program with all of these rules.
Yeah.
But I had no choice. I always thought it was just such a low point of such a selfish, self-centered person. It was disgusting. I was so self-consumed that, my kids, none of my family, nobody
Wow.
mattered.
Wow.
Nobody mattered. I didn't even matter at the point. So,
See, that's the thing that interests me is when I watch this whole story of addiction, I see that it is a very selfish, very self-centered mentality. It's very interesting to me. It's like a catch-22 for them. You know what I mean?
right.
They're all about themselves, but it's not enhancing themselves at all.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Just trapped.
Yeah, trapped. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so then you end up going into for the year.
Yeah,
Did you
so-
make it through for the year?
Yeah,
Okay.
I went in for the year. Had a lot of support.
Good.
I gained relationships back with at this time I had 3 daughters.
Wow.
So I was able to get my relationships back slowly, with my kids,
Yeah.
my family,
Aw.
and I did my year, and it went great, and I stuck around for about 2 months to stay there to start working.
Okay.
And it wasn't it something still didn't click with me, and something that wasn't right, something that I didn't fix.
Okay. Okay.
And I was still in my own thought process.
Isn't it something? What a journey it is. Truly
Right.
a journey.
Even
Yeah.
after a year, a lot of people say Teen Challenge, brainwash, it's the call, whatever. But God's done a lot. He's done a major miracle in
Yeah.
my life and my family's life. Because
So
from that point, I went right back to selling drugs.
Out of Teen Challenge.
Yeah, I left Teen Challenge.
Man, okay.
And I went right back
Okay.
to selling drugs.
Okay.
And it's like, it gets worse every time you go back out.
Yeah, I hear that.
And so this time it got way worse. I was pushing more drugs than I've ever pushed in my life. And it just got to the point where I started using again. I started using heroin again. And a couple months down the road, I ended up with an infection. I got my wisdom teeth pulled. I ended up with osteomyelitis in my jaw, and I had no clue what was going on. So my jaw turned sand, and I woke. All I know is I woke up in the hospital, and I had 15 stitches across my throat, and I had no clue why.
Oh.
And they had to rip out half my jaw.
Oh
And
my.
replace it with titanium. Well, anyway,
So you have a titanium jaw right now.
and
So if
correct.
somebody hits you, like punches you in the jaw, their hands are getting hurt.
Well, I'm paralyzed over here too.
Are you
So
serious?
That's what. Yeah.
Oh, Casey,
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, they gave me some stuff,
Wow.
and I was on a PIC line, doing home health care at my sister's and stuff. But I was still selling drugs up in Youngstown.
Oh my goodness.
When I was in Salem, I still had
Wow.
somebody dealing my stuff. And
Wow.
The pain medication they gave me, I mean, I just felt like it wasn't doing enough, and I started messing with the heroin again, and overdosed at my sister's.
Man.
And yeah, they sent me to. I ended up going to the hospital for a few weeks because that's what I had to do. They made me sit in the hospital, and I tried another program down in Texas right after that. I got kicked out of there. Had to come back home. Got back all into it. Had an overdose again. And it was just like that was, I don't know, that was just my breaking point. Everyone kept telling me, hey, maybe you need to go back to the challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to go back. And you get that little thing in the back of your ear, and it's like, you know what you gotta do. You need to step back, get off the street. And it was definitely Holy Spirit. I checked back in the Teen Challenge for restoration.
Wow.
6 months of restoration. After you graduate, you can go back
Oh,
if
okay.
you screw up.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, that's, yeah, knowing that some people
Right.
will make that. Okay.
So that was a hard walk to do back in that door. That was
Oh,
hard. But I was so welcomed. Everybody knew me and everybody, so it's a lot of love. And I just had to get back to the basics. The basics with
wow.
God. And I knew that. I just had to get back down to that and remove myself. And I started really working on my mindset,
Yeah.
really changing, really praying on some things, and I ended up, I did my 6 months. I ended up sticking around, working for a year and a half there, and I was a teacher. I taught biblical principles to men
Nice.
to live a normal life.
Okay.
I taught them just basic bit, Bible
Yeah.
class. And then I also was a supervisor for the last six to 8 months, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and then during that time, I met a girl
Yeah.
who's now my wife.
Aw. Wow.
I mean, just everything from that point, leaving there has been
Isn't that something?
just all God. I mean,
Yeah.
I have everything more than I wanted.
And isn't that something that every thing that you desired, you got in sobriety? You didn't get in addiction.
Right.
Like all your desires, for love, for peace, for all that stuff, you found that in sobriety, not in all this search, you know what I mean, to try to numb it and stuff. And see here, I mean, so the fact that I'm even standing next to this guy is a true miracle. Like, man, did you guys hear that story? It's like overdosed, back. I mean, unbelievable, but it's just amazing. And I have a feeling that somebody out there knows somebody who is struggling, who's gone through, who it's starting to feel like there's not a lot of hope for, because it's just, I mean, every time you start thinking that maybe they're doing better, then they tank again. What would you say to them? Since I just don't give up hope. Yeah.
Just don't stop. I mean, we're gonna screw up every day of our lives. I mean, it's the choice you make with yourself on how you're gonna handle it and what you're gonna do, and the attitude you're gonna carry, even when you do screw up.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
And if your family member or somebody that you love is the person going through it, don't stop praying. Don't stop hoping.
Right.
You might not be able to have them in your life, but don't stop hoping and praying for them, because, I mean, miracle right here.
Yeah, just love them from a distance.
Right. My goodness, my hair always gets a mess on these videos. Okay, so let's talk cars. Let's talk detailing. So you were telling me a little bit about the shellac that you do. So you not only clean inside and out,
Correct.
right? Tell us a little bit about what you do, and then what I want to know is the different kind of car owners. Like, I'm sure you get people in here that just, like, if you had to categorize car owners, like super messy, never clean their car, or the people who are like they're on a dime, like with scheduling. Because listen, I know. So I would be embarrassed to even bring my car in, not because there's trash. It's just I carry everything with me.
Right.
So it would be like crazy trying to, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you do, and then we'll talk about like some things that maybe you found in cars or something.
I mean,
Here, can we walk around?
definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, in 20 years, I've kind of experienced a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, from cleaning up just blood from things.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
Just.
And that would be hard to get out. What's the hardest thing to get out of a car? Like when somebody comes to detail, they expect you to remove the stains and stuff like that. What's the hardest thing to get out?
Normally it's that, I'd say like probably grease.
Okay. Yeah,
Grease
I
might
could
be
see
the
that.
I mean, it just kind of screws up.
Yeah, and
whatever you
it
got going.
smears.
Yeah.
But are you able to get that out?
Sometimes depending on how long it's sat,
Okay.
maybe. But
Okay.
that's the hardest thing to get out, I'd say.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, can I shout you out? You guys all know and recognize this man here. Say hello, Don.
Hi, Youngstown Click. Miss you guys. Hope everybody's doing well out there.
Listen, you know, Don knows a lot of people around town, and he's always doing something because he's so hyper. So add this to his list of resume, that he knows how to detail cars with his buddy here, Charles. And that's actually how I met Charles, is through Don. So
Yeah, we're learning. Again, it's community, guys. Again, it's something we talk about, me and Debbie, all the time. And again, it's having people in your life to where when you need something, you can count on them. And again, me and Charlie have had that same repertoire now since he talked about Team Challenge. I said, guys, you know the story of mine too. We sat at the same table at breakfast and talked about this stuff. You know,
Wow.
someday we could own a business and someday we'd be balling and on top of the world, right? We were literally in rehab eating nasty cereal, drinking nasty coffee, talking about these days, right? And we're here. And to have the opportunity, even with my business, to have up and operational with my staff and my team, to have that squared away enough to be able to come here and like help this guy.
Yeah.
And bring him and like show
without
him
dropping the ball over there. Yeah.
Just again, to continue growing, and again, we all need each other. We iron sharpens iron, and good friends are hard to find. So it's a pleasure and an honor again to have this guy in my life and see his success alongside mine. It's really great.
True miracle. Miraculous. All right, so tell us a little bit about what you do here. You clean inside and out, get rid of stains,
Correct.
but you also paint correct, which is kind of like buffing out.
Paint correction.
Okay.
Yeah. Paint correction, buffing and polishing.
Okay.
Some people might think body work or spraying paint or something. There's a difference between auto body and detailing.
Yeah, and what you
paint
showed
correction.
me that, of kind of just those like fine scratches and circles and
Right,
what would you
right.
call them? The circles in the paint and stuff, and just the before and after is phenomenal.
Right,
Okay,
right.
and then you also do something called a shellac. Tell us the benefits of it. Ceramic, not a shellac. I'm thinking
Where'd you
nails.
come up with that?
Nails.
I've never heard that. I was like, she just made this up.
All right, ceramic. Okay.
The ceramic. So a lot of people aren't. So they hear things about it.
Okay.
There's good and bad things about it.
Okay.
Ceramic, it's I'm certified in it.
Okay.
It's literally, I call it wax on steroids.
Okay.
It's literally laying a thin layer of glass over
Wow.
your clear coat.
Okay.
And this is a process of decontaminating your vehicle to make it your paint as clean as possible, claying, decontamination.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to get your everything, all the debris off your car, and then you go into paint correction because you want to correct the paint as perfect as you can.
Yeah.
Because when you put that stuff on,
Yeah.
it's on for
Yeah.
a certain amount of years, depending on the level.
So you said
want.
the level 1 would be 1 year, right? And it just gradually wears off?
Yeah.
So it just gradually, like over
Right.
time, will wear
Right.
off. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only maintenance that you got to keep up with it is just using a ceramic soap.
Got it.
What takes away from the ceramic itself is really just using other cleaning, just regular cleaning.
Okay. So if
products.
you take it through a regular car wash, it's going to take off some
Slowly.
of that. Okay.
Slowly, it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. It won't have the maximum life. Okay.
Correct.
So can you show us that water thing that you did?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, I just want to show you guys. He just showed me this example of water, and he poured water on here, and there is not one drop. Or,
And this,
yeah, here we
and
go.
this one's a 3 to 5 year ceramic.
Okay.
So
So look, he's just pouring this water on, but look, it just kind of goes off. No lingering, no.
it'll prevent
Look at that.
bird droppings from burning in your paint.
Yeah, and within a few minutes, you won't even see those drops.
Right.
So it's just, that's just amazing. Yeah, okay. Okay, so, yeah, so detailing inside and out. Now, what do you have a starting rate that you start, like, what could people expect to pay for, like, does it go by how dirty their car is, or does it go by the size of the vehicle?
Yeah,
Or by the hours involved? What do you?
Different services require different different things.
So just like a basic detail, wash, wax, vacuum.
like a car.
Just like a regular
basic
car.
detail starts at $200. It starts
Okay.
there.
Okay, starts at, okay.
And that depends on how
Yeah.
bad, if it's filthy, you
Okay.
know what I mean? If it's a mess,
Okay.
you know, a lot of dog hair,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that. I've had to clean an exploded Frosty all over the headliner of something.
Ew.
And, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Puke, stuff.
Yeah. And I hear that smell is so hard to get out. Puke?
It can be.
Yeah.
Or milk that's
Oh,
goes under the
spoiled.
carpets.
Yeah.
If the job calls for it, I'll pull off the carpets. I'll pull off
Okay.
the seats.
Okay.
You know, whatever it takes.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Other service I do. I have products for interior protections that last up to a year.
Got it.
Um,
Now, what's the proper protocol to bring a car in? Like, is there a proper, like, let's just say I bring in a car and there's McDonald's bags and there's receipts and I don't know, just trying to think, straw wrappers and maybe some papers that you're kind of like, is this trash or not? And I just say, here's my car. So the proper protocol would be for me to throw away my own trash so you don't have to worry about that? Or you know what I'm saying? That's a good question. I mean,
definitely. Actually, when I log in for your appointment, you
Okay.
get a notification. And
Got it.
And it'll let you know to clear your car out.
okay.
And some people don't care for their center consoles or their glove department to be cleaned out, so
Okay.
they'll leave it.
Okay.
And if stuff's in there, I don't touch it.
Got it.
But if some people bring their cars in and it happens and they have their kids' car seats,
Yeah.
and this and that, I have a hard time just working around that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a correct job.
Right.
It's not that screws up my integrity.
Right.
And so I charge.
Okay.
In that notification, I let people know if there's things that I have
Yeah.
to take out,
Okay.
and all out, replace, get everything out of your trunk. I'm going
Okay.
to charge you. There's a charge for that.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. And that would probably, if I ever decided to go the detail route, it would keep me cleaning out my car every once in a while. Which is
Maybe.
good. Which is good. All right. Well, is there anything else that you would like to add about your services, about what you have to offer, about why people should choose you? I love the integrity aspect that you have. Is there anything else you would like to add? And then I'm going to ask you a question that I always ask everybody I interview. So yeah.
So I'm also certified in paint protection film.
Okay.
That is you know, like the clear bras on the car.
Okay.
Well, this stuff is totally a way higher end stuff. It's very it's self-healing.
What?
You can do a whole car in this stuff.
Okay.
It also adds gloss on your car.
Okay.
It can come with ceramic on it.
Got it.
I mean, there's different types of.
That's amazing.
And so
Okay.
I'm saying certified with Ceramic Pro and Kavacha
Okay.
film.
Okay.
So the paint protection film, yeah, definitely is definitely good for us up north because the rock chips. And
For sure.
this stuff's so durable.
That will help
It's,
prevent rust as well?
I
Not
wouldn't say-
rust.
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
But you could take a wire brush to it and just throw some heat over it, and it's gonna go right back to normal. That's how durable this stuff
Wow.
is. I wish I had an example to show you, but
Yeah.
I don't right now.
Man,
But
it'll
yeah.
just kind of, that's pretty incredible.
So I'm
Sounds
not-
like a spider web.
I'm just trying to be more unique of a
Okay.
shop. Try to do things a little bit different around here.
Okay.
I mean, my work. I think my work and my all my what are they, comments and
Testimonials and feedback and everything? Yeah.
Everything's so good. I'm happy. I'm
Yeah.
happy that everybody else is happy.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
let cars leave here that if you're not happy,
Yeah.
I gotta fix it.
Right. Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us and to really kind of get personal with your story and stuff. I know that's, your story is you, and it's kind of what you have. So I appreciate that. All right. So the one question I like to ask every single person I interview is 3 places. It could be food, it could be other businesses of friends and stuff that you would recommend to other people, or your favorite places to go in the area. It could be anywhere between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So Youngstown spans this whole area. Or Youngstown Click, yeah.
I would say Easy Does It Towing, Evan Cleveland.
Okay.
Cleveland, sorry. He's out of Struthers.
Okay. Easy Does It Towing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's very, very good at what he does. Very
Okay.
professional. I'd also say this guy, Greg Corson.
Okay.
I know him personally.
Yeah.
Awesome man of God. And he has this business.
Roof juice.
Pressure washing.
Roof washing. Okay.
And he also has, he does roofing also.
Oh, he actually does roofing as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
And then I'd say Matt Brom with Tiger Wraps
Okay.
in Warren.
In Warren? Okay, and that's what, car wrapping?
Yeah, it's car wrap. He actually wrapped this.
Oh, I love that. Look at that. That's so funny how you all work together. I love it. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for those. I have not heard of any of them. So that's why we like to ask, because it kind of expands all of our circles as well and our knowledge. So definitely. Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you were inspired. I hope that you enjoyed hearing Charles' story. And if you guys are the type to get your car detailed, one day I will be. But if you are the kind of type to get your car detailed, or you just need that, you just don't have time in your busy schedule, make sure you check out Borton Automotive Detailing, and make sure you share this with somebody who maybe is struggling, or in that path where Charles was so many years ago, or Dawn was, and it kind of just gives them hope that there might be something beyond where they're at and beyond the place that they're in right now. It could feel so like the end of the world sometimes when you're in that muck and you lost somebody, or you're dealing with whatever it may be, the challenges of life. So as always, you guys are amazing. You are the best part of what makes Youngstown click, and I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. I'll talk to you later.